So freaking awesome! The man is so freaking awesome! He's a saint! Just keeps getting better and better. Really awesome. The man is just awesome! Goes to show you, Tezuka knows his shit. SSSS Gridman, Golden Kamuy, Fairy Tail, Black Clover. You see, those are all newer anime that's happening right now. And honestly, they're awesome. You know, we should be happy. We live in a good age of great anime. We've got great dubs and subs. We've got well-written plots, stories unfolded before our eyes. As of right now, it's a good day to watch some good anime. However, we cannot forget our past. For our past helps us bridge our future, and it's always important to remember and pay respect for the past. That's why for this episode of Let's Talk Anime, we're going to be crossing the bridge backwards, as we are going back in time. Back to the 80s. Actually, change that. We're going back further to the 70s. Actually, even back further. You know what? Let's just go back to post-World War II. We're gonna go back to the time of the great, legendary Osamu Tezuka sensei. I bet you're wondering right now, who in the world is Osamu Tezuka? And with that case, I say, blasphemy! If you have to question the great Osamu Tezuka, that is blasphemy. Thankfully, the Rangers here has got your back. So, first and foremost, let me tell you my feelings towards Osamu Tezuka. The man is so freaking awesome! Seriously, he is so cool! His backstory, all the things he did, his work, his whole goal! Oh my god! Man, he's just so cool! If he wasn't around, we wouldn't have, well, I don't know, just a little something called anime and manga. So, you know, he's kind of a big deal. So, let's go back in time to Osaka, Japan. He was born into a pretty wealthy family. He also would be taken to various theater productions. A lot of times he went to some all-female shows in which it actually inspired some of his later works. World War II did happen when he was a kid, and he would help out by working in the factories. But at the end of the day, he still had a number one goal, and that goal was to be a doctor at the time. Now, Tezuka Sensei is a huge Disney nerd. Now, I bet you're wondering, how huge of a Disney nerd is he? Well, you tell me, what does it mean if you know someone who's seen Bambi over, I don't know, 80 times? But his love of Disney cartoons are what really inspired him. They say he would come in to the theater with his own sketch pad and draw the characters constantly, and that really influenced his art style. When he went into med school, he was actually publishing some of his works while he was working in school. He had this belief. He believes manga could convince people to care about the world. Oh my god, do you see what I mean? The man is a freaking saint! He's a saint! When he was just 17 years old, he published his very first work, The Diary of Machan. He ended up making another series based around Treasure Island. And believe it or not, this became an overnight success. His fame and popularity would just explode. And it was during this time he started something that would be known as the golden age of manga. Remember how comic books became super popular in America? Well, it's like this, but with manga. Even though that Treasure Island inspired manga did make him an overnight success, his international fame came in the form of the great and powerful Mighty Atom. Although, sadly, due to localization, they thought, hey, here's a better idea. let's name him after that dog from the Jetsons. So, instead, he then became Astro Boy. Now, his idea for Astro Boy came in a very unique way. He was sitting down, speaking to his nephews, talking to them about what do they like about American superheroes, and then they talked about what they want to see in their own superhero, as well as see someone that's more relatable at their age. He then wrote Astro Boy catering to them in that manner. I'm kidding. Well, this is how he gained the idea for Astro Boy. So he was working in a hospital, and an American GI was frustrated and punched him. His other series, Kimba the White Lion, named Leo. Unless this is the English dub, in which that case his name is actually Kimba. What made this series really unique was the fact that you watch Kimba from start to finish. And I mean, literally, you watch him grow and die. He did things such as save his friends, as well as communicate to humans when he could. And the show was actually pretty brutal. And a lot of the characters, as well as some pieces of the plot, are kind of similar to The Lion King. You see, Disney might have possibly ripped off a good chunk of Kimba. Although nothing has been officially proven, but it's there. Tezuka's other series dealt with medicine, because the man himself was a doctor, and he actually did like being a doctor. That's why he made the series Blackjack. You see, it took what he loved to do, which was, practice medicine, and expanded upon it. You see, doctors are limited in what they can do. Blackjack did whatever the fuck he wanted to do as a doctor. You see, Blackjack was about a guy who would treat anybody, regardless if they had money or not to pay him, and he would treat them in any way possible. Some people say Tezuka made Blackjack in the image of the kind of doctor he wanted to be. So let's shift gears for a second and transition over to religion. Religion can be fun, except when it's used for bigotry, racism, manipulating the masses, fear-mongering, becoming a cash grab, promoting homophobia. Oh yeah, and also trying to gain more power over people. It can still be awesome, just when it doesn't do those things. Now, Tezuka was fascinated with religion, and that's why he decided to make a manga about, get ready for this, Buddha. Yes, I'm talking about the Siddhartha of Gautama. He made a series based around that, as well as he did his research into the field. He wasn't just some manga artist who says, oh, I'm just going to do a manga about Buddha. No, he actually sat down, researched some unique concepts about the religion of Buddhism and applied it into his work. And last but not least, there's his last work, okay, known as Phoenix. It is by far one of his unique works that he has ever made. Change that. It was his life's work. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of details with it, because this is one of those things you really have to experience for yourself. But just know it's not finished. Because February 9th, 1989, the day Osamu Tezuka died. Rest in peace, Tezuka-sensei. I'm going to pour one out for you. Damn. He died of stomach cancer. By this Saturday, it will be the anniversary of his death. But death does not have to be a bad thing. I mean, yes, it's sad when we love people and they die. But we should celebrate his life. We should celebrate all he's done. I mean, believe it or not, the man inspired some really awesome people. For example, one of the people he inspired was the legendary Akira Toriyama. Guy who created Dragon Ball. Don't forget, he also inspired Go Nagai, the man who created Cutie Honey and Devilman. But one of his assistants, oh man, the one, the only Shotaro Ishinomori. This was the man who created Super Sentai, which eventually led to Power Rangers. The man is just awesome. I mean, look at this. We celebrated a man who gave us the amazing anime and manga we have. This is why it's always important to remember the past and bridge the future. Because if we can learn from our past, we can create an amazing future. And because of what we learned from Tezuka, we now have a good future with some kick-ass anime. And who knows what kind of new anime we're going to have next. We could have something even better than what we currently have. But no matter what we have, we always have to remember our past. So yeah, that was Let's Talk Anime. As normal, I am your host, Dead Rangeress. If you like this episode, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, you see that little bell icon? Click it. That way you can get notifications when we release new episodes. And tune in next time as, well, it's Valentine's Day. Let's talk about love, romance, and punk rock. Until then, peace out! You do 1 to the 1, 2, 3.
What was that?
What was what?
That right there.
What was what? What?
That.
What, this?
Yes.
I don't know. 3, 2, 1 to the 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
What? Here, can I give him some sake?
No.
Can I give him some sake?
No.
What, can we smoke?
Nope.
Can I smoke?
Nope.
Crack, don't do drugs, kids.
Did you say crack? Don't do drugs, kids?